with like his next dragon form, right? And if the tower isn't already gone to the Enigma, then they should have no problem taking it from there. Well, some good manners from both teams. Some good luck, have fun. A little bit of friendly tips. I like that. It's both teams smoking out to get a ward placed into the mid lane. Mobe just here waiting to see if the smoke will break. So it does. So he actually might have just baited a ward placement. It's hard to say. Anyway, for those of you who are just joining, welcome. This is the NA closed qualifiers here for ESL One Birmingham. It is Bammysoy taking on the side of no bounty hunter. So you're tuning in at the right time. Ooh, look at this wraparound here from no bounty hunter. They will see Z-Freak. Slark, no way to really close the gap. Goes for the pounce, but the disruption at the same time. Not really what you want. Even the earth spike off-timed as well. And Slark. Oh no, Sammy, you need to get this auto attack. One more blood grenade. And the last hit goes to Z-Freak's Enchantress.
Chill, baby.
A little bit of misexecution there, you know, first game of the day jitters perhaps. Yeah, but all the spells did not quite line up, and Slark ends up dying instead. Z-Freak, Enchantress, that is a bit of a scary support to give it to. Some support to give them first blood, you know, not the end of the world, but Enchantress as a very powerful laner, a tempo hero, it's a bit scary to give her a very good start.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although I'm sure
decent amount of damage into Pango too.
Yeah, I'm sure Samson wanted that kill. He was trying to get.
He 100% was like, bruh.
He was like, I had to get the kill, you know. You missed it. Couldn't let him get away.
Kill secured, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious how this mid matchup's gonna go. Obviously, he picks this Dragon Knight into the Pangolier, so you should expect it to go well for the DK. He does get one deny so far, so preventing the level 2 right away, but DK is super hard to lane against. With just the combination of Breathe Fire and Dragon Tail constantly just making your CS game like a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Dragon Knight is a hero that he likes to sit in the lane. And because he has such strong tower taking with his ultimate, you kind of have to sit in the lane with him. If you rotate once, like you said earlier, he's going to take your tower right away as soon as he hits 6. So you're kind of forced to sit there, and as a Pango, one of the better rotating heroes, he doesn't really want to do that. But at the same time, like, I don't want to lose my mid tower right away either. So it puts him in a bit of a weird spot. We'll have to see how they deal with that. Maybe have some supports come in and hold it, but I don't even know if these supports will be able to hold that. Maybe Shadow Demon can if he disrupts Dragon Knight, gets his own Dragon Knight. Maybe that'll work.
They're trying to lane drag bottom, and they do manage to do it, but they create the coveted jungle lane, my favorite type.
This is the new age laning. You have to do this kind of stuff. We said earlier how Darkseer's lane is going to be very strange, and you don't want to, if you know you're going to lose the lane, you don't want to play the lane normally. So you gotta do some of this really weird stuff where everyone's bringing the waves everywhere.
It does work all right for them early on, but Z-Freak now getting level 2 will probably see the enchant pick up, and then suddenly Ion Shell is going to be a lot less common if they want to try and make like a play for an early kill.
Yeah, I thought we might see it at level 1, but you know, it's kind of cool too, because if you think about it, that level 1 Ion Shell is not that scary. It's actually the higher levels of Ion Shell that are more of a problem. So he actually just starts with the heal, just plays like normal, and then, yeah, like you said, he does have enchant now, and I'm guessing as we get to this level 2 Ion Shell, once Darkseer hits level 3, that's where he's gonna just start taking him off.
Yeah. A really nice pick off top, kind of just set up off the Arctic Burn Malefice, and of course the Eidolons. Like, it's going to be really difficult for the Shadow Demon to play around this lane once the Eidolons are up, especially if they split, right? The 6 Eidolons are a ton of damage, and it's only a matter of time before he gets like the Buckler out here as well, so just help tanking up those little Eidolons. Ooh, do need to be careful to the Shadow Poison stacks, though. He's going to try and get them to split before the stacks pop them. Ooh. One more attack, I think? Yeah, there it goes. So now you have to be very careful because they can just kill you with the 6 Eidolons.
6
He's
Eidolons
going
are
to put aggressive
terrifying.
onto Slark as well as the Shadow Demon, and just the slows from the Winter Wyvern's Arctic Burn just drops the Shadow Demon down to almost nothing, and Slark, you can't fight into the 6
It's
Eidolons.
too scary. Yeah, and
Oh
that's
my
the
goodness.
danger. Like, some heroes can deal with Eidolons really easily, like Gyrocopter with Flat Cannon. But
Yep.
a hero like Slark really has bad wave clear in the early levels. Yeah, he's got Dark Pact, but until you have your ultimate, you can't really afford to be using Dark Pact off cooldown to do that AoE damage.
Yeah,
So
like
they're
giving
just
up
getting
half your
bullied.
HP just to clear Eidolons is not going to be worth it. Yeah, I mean, look at the CS. It's 19 and 12 to the 10 and 1 of the Slark.
Yeah, he's got
He is
more denies than
crushing
Slark
this.
has last hits.
Yeah.
And some of those last hits might even be like an Eidolon or two.
Yeah, this lane's going to be super rough for them. I mean, this is just a great Enigma pick at the end here. So, obviously, not too surprising that he's having a fantastic time in this lane.
Yeah, I will say this Darkseer lane is going better than expected. So that's a nice thing for them. And Pango, we're kind of seeing what we said earlier. Pango's doing Pango things.
Oh my gosh, heroes dying all over the map. They do manage to take down the Enigma with the rotation in from the Pangolier, but you lose both top and you actually lose the support bottom as Z-Freak just ran him down with a, I think it was an Alpha Wolf and just level 2 enchant, so plenty of damage. I mean, the Enigma kill is great, but who died first?
Slark
did
died
die
first, and then Pango came in to snipe the kill. So nice for Pango. He's like, thank you, Slark. Greatly appreciate that. But Slark is having a very rough game.
And Mobe is level 6 in mid lane, and the damage is going to begin as he will just slowly whittle down the tower. He's still got his catapult as well, so he should double stack the wave here.
And we see both supports coming in. One, to help with that 6-minute rune, but two, this is going to put so much pressure on this mid tower, and then they'll probably leave as Dragon Form ends, but for the next 30 seconds, it's going to be terrifying.
I mean, he's just dead on the Pangolier. He cannot get out. There's too many slows. Great rotation and great setup. Off that Splinter Blast is now Tony on the Shadow Demon Ghost for the disruption. He's got a ghost. Z-Freak. Oh, he's a spooky boy.
Dragon Form is still up, right back to the tower.
Yeah, and they'll fort the wave, yep, for the third wave to come in. So the siege creep has just had insane duration on this tower, and it's dead. That first Dragon Form claiming the tower, perfect rotations from the supports, and he gets himself an Amplify damage rune. So we'll see that next Dragon Form in about 40 seconds to see what he does with it.
Yeah, you called that exactly. You said this tower is going to go down at 6 minutes, and I thought, I think Pango can hold it a little longer than that. Nope, 6 minutes. That mid tower is gone. Let's see if they maybe even go for a Wisdom Rune steal off of that. They've already got such momentum, but it looks like they're just going to work on the next tower. Just go for an even Wisdom Rune split.
I mean, your Vlad's is coming on the courier for Enigma already. You've got Z-Freak with a Centaur. Like, this tower will not survive. There's just no way. Cutting all of the trees here, going to be able to jump up onto the high ground. So Slark giving himself a little bit of space. As Z-Freak gets in range, he's just zoning him out of the wave completely. Mobe's here as well now. And suddenly, 2 towers about to be gone by 7.5 minutes. They'll pop another fortification. They do bring Pango with Rolling Thunder now, and even the Lion TPing to the top side of the map. So they're wanting to fight. First disruption does come through, as Pango will reveal himself now. But Sammy's here on the backside. He's just gonna run down the Shadow Demon. A great stun does come through. The Blood Grenade catching 3. The Silence is just chaining him down at bat and gets his level 6. He'll pop the Borrowed Time as Rolling Thunder will get the Pango to safety, but Michael forced to hobble his way back to the tower. Mobe wanting to chase here, it seems, and actually he almost gets the kill. Nice stick. The Breathe Fire tick damage, is it enough? It's not. He sells. But
you know what's
you've
so
lost
sad in the
another
meantime? Slark. Oh, never mind. He's about to die down here. Hold that thought.
Oh, he got the
Winter's
silence off
Curse.
too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Couldn't even get the
no.
disruption off in time.
Well, 2 towers down now. A 6k gold lead as Michael is just getting ran up by a hasted dragon in the mid lane. Really struggling this point of the game. Like, your Dragon Knight is level 9. They find a triple stack here on the Ancients, and they're just gonna steal it away. Like, this Shadow Demon's entire comeback as a support, it was right here on this camp. And he just has to watch it go.
Yeah, he's trying to at least apply some shadow poisons to steal at the end, but I don't know. He maybe got a couple out of this whole stack. It's not at all what you were hoping for.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, Moo gonna go for the shard. That's just gonna spawn more Eidolons. It's just gonna help him push even faster. I really like it. He doesn't really need the blink black hole. They're literally just walking up and saying, like, what are you going to do? You have to deal with us. You roll into us, you do whatever, and then he's just gonna black hole in front of himself.
They do get the Rolling Thunder off and make some space here. They do have Winter's Curse, just trying to close the gap here onto Old White, and it will be enough. Winter's Curse is there. Mobe looking for more up onto the top side, but will not find it. The Darkseer's Courier bites the dust, and Darkseer will join him. So again, trying to like maybe push the objective. I think for that one, maybe you have to Rolling Thunder in first and just catch the Enigma immediately, but I don't know if you have the damage to kill him with just those heroes.
Yeah, they're pretty far behind here at 9k. So conceptually that play is pretty good, but like you said, since they're behind, they don't really have the damage, and they maybe need to throw every spell right off the bat. But yeah, just not fast enough. It was a nice wall, I gotta say. The wall really helped kept off everyone, so most of his team got out. He almost got out himself as well, but they do grab the Darkseer there at the end. Right,
Bottom
tier 1
lane.
bottom.
Yeah, time to take another tower, they say.
I think they're just gonna go. I think they should just sit here for a minute, sieging this tier 2, and then stealing the 14-minute Wisdom Rune.
Yeah, I would like them to pressure the triangle away. Like, take any control of this triangle. They've got a ton of sentries in here on the side of no bounty hunter. Obviously, they just want to make sure that there is no vision on the side of Bammysoy. And yeah, I mean, they see that much, but it is really scary.
Watch this bottom tower as it hits the 4 passes. Look at these Eidolons. Oh, never mind. It's fortified. Everyone back out.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Hang on. Next creep wave. One more time. And that's kind of the thing, though. Like, we're joking there, but like, there's no cooldown on this. The passive is up all the time. Eidolons is a very cheap spell, easy to use nowadays. Black hole is the big cooldown, but you don't need it. You don't need to find a black hole to do any of this. You just walk up, and when they try to stop you, then you will use the black hole.
They're bringing heroes, but BNC is in a really good position for a Winter's Curse, and there it is! The Shadow Demon gets caught first. They're looking for the Pango, but the black hole to follow it up. They'll look for the Slark next, both silenced up. 3 fall, and a great setup there from the Wyvern.
Yeah, great Winter's Curse. That's part of why Winter Wyvern became more meta. She got some buffs to her Winter's Curse. Much easier now to get a nice ultimate without having to buy that Blink, Aether Lens, Force Staff, all of those. She literally just walked up and got an amazing ultimate there. They're going high ground, 14 minutes in.
Cool. Okay, well, they popped the fort and they'll back away, starting to respect it a little bit. I mean, there's really nothing that's forcing them to end the game anytime soon, right? They have such a massive advantage at the moment. Your Dragon Knight, I believe, has a Blink Dagger. He does. So you have Mage Slayer, Blink, and an Aghanim Scepter queued up here on this Dragon Knight, who just it's going to be very difficult for them to deal with. They are smoked, and it is nighttime, so good timing around that for the side of no bounty hunter if they can find something, but you're still level 5 on the Shadow Demon. He needs just a sliver of XP to get that Demonic Purge. The question is, who are they going to run into? They do find the Enigma. Mobe will go ahead and pop the ult right away. Dragontail's out onto the Darkseer, and in comes the Pango's Rolling Thunder. Who are they going to find, though? Michael just dying to the Eidolons, and Dragon Knight on the backside finally gets controlled up. The vacuum is there, but the Winter's Curse turnaround. The Slark just gets betrayed. Darkseer is gonna join him next. Mobe still surviving through it all, and no bounty hunter with what looked like potentially the last desperation smoke there. He's going to try and TP out, but there's the jump up onto the high ground. They got the ward already placed. Swashbuckles away, but still just falls anyway. There's just so many saves between the Abaddon, the Winter Wyvern, and then, like, now that you have, like, this Enigma going drums and stuff, like, how do you reliably kill these heroes?
You don't. You don't. That's the situation they're at now. Like, the Slark, the benefits the Slark talked about earlier, oh, we get to steal all these stats, only kind of works if you have a better lane, you have more items. Like, he's at Brown Boots Midas right now. That's how rough of a time he is having. And we're just not getting to see that come into play, which we can tie back to the draft. Maybe we'll talk about that a little later on. But from here, like, they just put the Aegis on Abaddon. He has his Manta. I imagine what we'll see is you deal with the lanes. They're all going to meet up. You could finish the tier 2s, and I think they will to play it safe. Why not, right? But we saw earlier that tier 3, it fell so quickly. Like, I think if they get a decent fight, a pick off, and they're by a tier 3, they don't have to worry about even, like, wrapping up the tier 2. They're like, yeah, just take the barracks. But they'll probably play it safe. They'll probably go tower to tower.
So
I think that's what these lines mean.
Yeah, exactly right. It's like I'm trying to think like what No Bounty Hunter can do, but your map is about to be smaller than ever, right? Like, drums come out top lane, and Moo will take himself another tower with the help of the Abaddon.
Yeah, from here, all they can really do is try to split push.
Oh no, they got him again. Dude, there's just nowhere safe. Like, he's trying to split push. He sees heroes top, and then just an immediate TP onto the high ground into a Winter's Curse. Super brutal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not wrong though. Like, you cannot engage directly. There's no way you can take a 5-on-5. You have to split up Bammysoy across the map, try to out-farm them, right? While 5 heroes are running together, being inefficient on farm, you're trying to play the map, catch up, force them to scatter around, buy yourself more time. He has to do that, but it's just so hard, you know, when you have this kind of stuff. This Winter's Curse especially, being able to pierce, even if he gets the roll off, you could still ult him for 2.5 seconds if there's no creeps nearby. That could set up for a black hole, or for like the other heroes to get by, finish the kill right after that. Right, it's just so hard to split push this game.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've noticed something, and I'm not sure if this is a bug or if this is intended, but creeps and summoned units don't get bonus attack speed from Curse of Avernus against buildings, at least. So, like, the Eidolons aren't getting the attack speed bonus when the Curse procs, which I don't know why exactly, because it's definitely not said anywhere. It's not mentioned anywhere on the Curse in terms of how it works. It just says all units or all attacks gain attack speed, right? So
yeah, I also thought that. I'll double check that.
Like, my gut says it's probably a bug from when they, like, added the damage, and then they made it so that it does reduce damage to buildings, like, on the dot, but I don't know. Very strange.
The attack speed buff is only granted to ally heroes, and I guess illusions as well. Does not count creep, so that would be why.
Okay. It doesn't say it. Interesting.
Yeah, but I thought it would be awesome. I'd love to see these Eidolons going pew pew pew, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Even without that, we see them going through the base.
Bro, that 4-staff was brutal, just completely crushing the initiation on the wall. Winter's Curse there to stop the Pangolier as well, and Bammysoy are just chilling. Like, you've just spent so much already on the side of No Bounty Hunter. You haven't managed to connect on anything, and you're now playing into a black hole. Whenever they want to use it, they'll have to clear up these DK illusions here, but your building is falling. You still have an Aegis for another minute and 20 seconds.
I gotta say, this is really good discipline from them. They're just backing up the DK for the most part. He waited for the wall to go down before going in. At this stage, I'm sure they're tempted, like, guys, just A-click in. I'm sure we're fine. Just all go. But that is how you potentially throw.
Yeah, that's true. Nice little hex there from the line to stop that initiation onto the Pango. Otherwise, that might be an that might have been game. He does have buyback available, but no Rolling Thunder for another 30 seconds. Sammy still just does not seem to really care all that much. We'll just pop his borrowed time to just regen up here as they look to take the third and final lane of barracks.
Oh, I think this is a bit of a formality at this
Slark?
point.
Yeah, I was like, I think he just black holes. He does. Slark protected for the moment by the Shadow Dance, and it's kind of working. Darkseer silenced up, though, on the backside. Figure Death still not enough to finish off the Enigma. The Winter's Curse comes out onto the Slark. He's trying to get away, but he will not be able to. GG comes out as Pango will bang the drum in the backside as this game is over.
I would call this a draft win. I think no bounty hunter doesn't have to be like, don't be tilted about the execution. Like, oh, we can't do it. They need to revisit the draft, I would say. And